Hey guys, MeerHut here, coming to you today from my brand new redstone testing world over here on Java, and this will be my very first Java tutorial. As you can tell by looking around me, we are on the roof of the Nether, so this will not work in Bedrock, so please don't ask. I'm sorry, you guys can't get on the roof yet. Oh, sad. Anyway, as you guys can tell from the thumbnail and the description and everything, this is going to be a gold farm. So the reason why I made this is over on Alpha, I wanted to make a gold farm, and I made a gold farm. The problem was I was having items, clunking up over here and, not getting sorted quick enough, and they despawn, and just, I needed to put a sorting system on it, but then I wanted a sorting system with a shulker loader, and I could not find a gold farm that did all of that. This gold farm is Logicalgeekboy's design, so it works perfectly well, except for, like I said, everything underneath. Farm works great. Underneath needed work, so I went ahead and mixed a few concepts together, added a sorting system to it, added a shulker loader by Stamos the Sage on there, and so yeah, let's get to it. For this build, you're going to need 91 hoppers, 6 observers, 2 each of droppers and dispensers, 4 barrels, 2 sticky pistons, 6 comparators, 4 repeaters, 4 redstone torches, 6 pieces of redstone, 2 redstone blocks, 2 blocks are really of your choice. They're going to go right there. They can be whatever you want. 4 chests and 24 building blocks, and that can be, again, whatever you want. That's going to be on the sorting system. For up top, you're going to need 4,200 magma blocks. I did 7 layers up there, and that's 600 per layer. And so 4,200 is going to be about 66 stacks. A little shy of that, about 65 and a half, but we'll call it 66. Grab that. For glass, you're going to need 624. That's 25 times 25 minus the 1 in the middle. You're going to need 164 trapdoors and 7 turtle eggs. Now, you can go less layers. You can go as little as 5, I think, and it'll still be good. So you can take 2 of the layers off, and that'll cut down on those resources a little bit, but honestly, magma is really easy to get. Just go near bedrock, somewhere in like the 20s and 30s, and put your Frostwalker 2 boots on, because, in case you didn't know, they don't hurt your feet walking on magma if you have Frostwalker 2 boots on. So yeah, go do that. So first things first, find your way onto the roof of the Nether. There are a bunch of different ways to do it. I'm not going to go over it right now because that would just take a whole lot more time in the video. But yeah, find your way onto the roof of the Nether and find a nether wastes biome, okay? That's the only real place this is going to work. And I suggest getting a HUD like I have, because if you don't, you might think you're in another waste, but if you can tell right over here, I'm in a Crimson Forest. I'm building it here anyway for the tutorial's sake, but it only really works over here where the whole thing will be inside of nether wastes. Now, the utility that I use is called Simple HUD Utilities. So there it is, and you guys can go ahead and find it. And that works well for me. And let's get on with the build. So I've turned off my HUD utilities just so that you guys don't get confused, because over here is actually Crimson Waste, or Crimson Waste? Crimson Forest. Yeah. So first thing you're going to do is put your block down and build up by 5 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, you're going to go ahead and put a chest. Boom. And we're going to put it right there. Boom. Now we can destroy our temporary blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5. And then throw in 7 hoppers leading into that chest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Curve it around. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 6. And then we're going to go up to the front again. Put our first hopper into here. And then go back again. And don't worry, I'm going to hover over this at the end. It has all the arrows on there, so that you guys can pause and check it again. So if you can see what this is doing right now, these 2 rows are going all the way down to the end, coming down and coming across. That's because right here is where the sorting system is going to be, and that's the runoff chest, because you're always going to get weird things like, I don't know, chicken feathers, because you have chicken riders. So yeah, definitely need to put that chest there. On this second half, we're going to change directions. As you can tell, I have 2 sorting systems. One's in the front and one's in the back. It kind of splits it, helps distribute the items a little bit better. So the best way to do that is place 4 temporary blocks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then go ahead and put the chest over here. Let's put the 1, and connect it to the other one. And then now we're going to come right here and go back by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you see how that's doing? So now we're going to go ahead and curve it again. But we're going to go ahead and put all these right here, because this is what this is doing. These 3 go that way. These 4 go that way. And then on all of these, all we have to do is just go like this. And as promised, I'm going to hover over here, and you can see my arrows, so you can see exactly where all these hoppers are supposed to go. So the next thing we're going to knock out is the sorting system right here and right here, so in the front and the back. So first thing you need to do is go ahead and find the middle hopper right here, go back by 1, and then to both sides and put down 2 blocks, destroy the top one. We're going to go right behind, boom, boom, and boom, build our little T's, and then we're going to build the little blocks behind it. So put a temporary block right there, go behind and below, temporary block right there, behind and below, knock that out. We're going to go ahead and put comparators down right here and here. Turn back around facing the other way. We're going to put our repeaters in, whoop, right here and right there, with a torch on the other side, right there and there. Redstone dust everywhere else. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, whoop, and 3. And then finally come around the front and crouch place a hopper going into that comparator right there and right there. Last, we need to go ahead and program it. So the way I like to program it is I like to hit the nuggets first and then the flesh, at least on this side. We're going to take a named item. I put subscribe and fill in these 4 blocks right here. And then we said we want to do gold nuggets first, put that in there. Now, once we put the hoppers underneath, that's going to trickle down to 41. We're going to do the same thing right here. 4 blocks right there, named, and then put the rotten flesh in right there. And again, once I put the rest of the hoppers in, that's going to trickle down to 41. And we're going to swing around to the other side right here. And this is just a little different. We're going to find the middle blocks right here and here. But we're not going to go in. We're going to go ahead and go down by 2. Down by 2. Knock that out, knock that out. And we're going to go back by 1. Boom. And that's where our T is going to start. So build our T. Build the T. Temporary block behind and below. Knock it out. Temporary block behind, below. Knock it out. And then same as before, we're going to put our comparators in here and here. We're going to put our repeaters right there and right there, both of them facing forward. On the other side of the repeaters, we're going to go ahead and put torches, boom and boom. And then redstone dust everywhere else, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. And then lastly, hoppers going into the back of the comparators, just like that. Now, that side is the gold nuggets, so I need to grab some more of those. And then we need the flesh. There we go. Temporary blocks right there. Gold nuggets. Temporary blocks right here. And rotten flesh. So now everything is already programmed in to sort out. And you can see sorting out the end there. Everything comes in the middle here. It might go over here. And we have sorters going in right there. Now eventually, as you can tell, we're going to have the hoppers going around to the shulker loader on both sides of this back sorter. And then directly from the front sorter. So for this next part right here, I went ahead and marked this out for myself so I wouldn't miss it. But what you want to do is you want to go from the sorters right here. You want to go 3rd block away. So if this is 1, right there, that's 2, that's 3 right there, okay? And on top of those blocks, you want to go 2 temporary blocks, okay? And then you want to go 2 hoppers, 1 and 2. And then you want to run that hopper line right to this wall. So we'll go ahead and come down, shift click, and go 1 and 2 and 3. Perfect. Now, as I said before, I put the hoppers in, so this should be trickling down the extra items. 22. And then right in here, I said I was going to get down to 41, and that's exactly what happened. Now over here, do the same thing. 2 temporary blocks. 1, 2. 2 hoppers. 1, 2. Jump down, shift click, and run that hopper line straight back. 1, 2, and 3. Destroy your temporary blocks. Now we're all set up to do our Shulker Box Loader. This is by Samos the Sage. And we're going to go ahead and put a dispenser right there, facing straight up. And we're going to have a dropper. We got to place it right here behind it so that it's facing straight into it. Now I've got the texture pack that gives me all the arrows and everything. So I know I didn't mess that up, but there's the top arrow right there. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing over here, because these are going to be mirror images of each other. Right there and right there. Perfect. And now behind that, we're going to go 2 hoppers into both. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to go 2 barrels. 1 and 2. I'm crouching placing, of course. And now we're going to go sticky pistons are going to go right there and right there. We're going to put observers. Now the best way to place this, especially considering you're on the roof, is you're going to go ahead and crouch. Look up at that top corner, this little white right there of the sticky piston. Place that in, and it should be looking straight down. See that arrow? We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to crouch. We're going to get it really close. Look at that white corner. And that was absolutely perfect. Now we're going to leave a little gap right here. We're going to put a barrel there. We're going to put a barrel there. We're going to put a hopper going into both. Boom and boom. So far, so good. Now we're going to go ahead and put an observer. Shift click right there. Same thing. Shift click right there. Next, we're going to go ahead and take our... I did calcite, but you could do whatever block you want right here. Doesn't really matter. Shift and click. Then take a block of redstone, put it in the front. We're going to take our comparator. One there. Come over here. And one right there. On top, we're going to go ahead and put 2 redstone dust. And then we're going to go back to our observer. We're going to place it in right there. Now you got to make sure you're... See that little hitbox right there? That's where you're placing it. Right there. And that's about it. I do have some extras that I didn't put on the item list. Well, one's not an extra. I put the slab. Go ahead and put a slab on top of those observers because, you know, depending on time of day, something's going to spawn on there or not. Take your item frames and then just label everything. Oop, there we go. Perfect. And that is your Shulker Box Loader. Go ahead and fill that barrel full of all your Shulker Boxes. It's going to trickle into here. So 9 are going to be in there, 9 are going to be in there, 5, 5, and then 27. So, just, you know, have as many Shulker Boxes as you want. But that's it for the Shulker Box Loaders. Now, the last thing we need to do for this contraption down here is go ahead and connect the hoppers in the front with the hoppers in the back. So the first thing you're going to do is go second hopper back, right there. I tried with this hopper, but apparently there's some quasi-connectivity issues and that hopper gets locked if the system's not actively clicking. So go second hopper back and go back by 2, and then we're just going to wrap it around and meet the front. And then make sure it goes right underneath that hopper. Right now, that hopper is draining. And then we're going to go second hopper back from the front again. Boom and boom. And then wrap that one back too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Perfect. Now if we go around the front, we should be able to see... Yep, 44. That's 22 from the front, 22 from the back. And over here, same thing for the rotten flesh. Perfect. So rotten flesh gets sorted on that side, comes around here, goes directly in here, bypassing this sorting system so that everything goes into the shulker all at the same time. If you wanted to add a couple more hoppers, you could add a hopper going like right here, right into where that shulker box is going to be, and then just step it up to here. So you just go down a couple and then go sideways. I don't think that would be too much faster, but you can go ahead and try it out. One last thing on this bottom, you need to add a button. I didn't have that on the item list. So sorry. One button, and that starts the whole system. And we'll pop it over here. Perfect. And now you are ready to go. As soon as that shulker box is full, it's going to get smashed and shoved into that barrel right there. It's going to be beautiful. If you AFK here for about an hour, you're going to have at least, you know, close to 6 shulker boxes full of both nuggets and flesh. But that's the bottom contraption, and if that's what you came here for, we are complete. Now we're going to go over the top, which is simply Logical Geek Boy's gold farm up top. Okay, so for the second part of this farm is just the actual gold farm itself, which was made by Logical Geek Boy, who is amazing, and I love it. It works perfectly. I'm going to show you how to do it because this is the whole entire reason why I came up with this whole bottom thing, so I've got to show you how to do it. So first off, I go up 26 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And then here's where I put my first layer. And then we're doing 7 layers. So 2 temporary blocks and then another marker. So that's 2. Okay, and perfect. And once you get right there, you're going to go ahead and put in 2 temporary blocks on every side. And surround that with magma blocks. Again, the whole time you're doing this, I suggest Frostwalker 2 boots, because you will not burn your feet if you're wearing Frostwalker 2 boots. Pretty much the only good use for Frostwalker 2 boots is for magma blocks. Once you have that in, you can go ahead and knock out all of your temporary blocks. Go ahead and throw a turtle egg in the middle. And on your trapdoors, stand right here, crouch, and place 2 right there. Come around and do that on every side. And then you can go ahead and close them. And then add 3 on the inside of all your magma blocks on both sides. All you gotta do is skip the corners. And then go ahead and close those. Try not to place any extra ones. Now, in all directions, place 9 extra magma blocks for a total of 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once you have that complete, go ahead and fill it in to make just the big giant platform. So fill in all the blocks, make a big giant square. Alright, so now that you have your platform, the next thing you need to do, come to the center here, knock out that block right there. And you see that glass on top? There are 2 ways to do this. First, you can go 3rd block up, 1, 2, 3, knock out the first 2, and then go all the way across in strips, leaving a 3 block gap in between. 1, 2, 3, 4th block. So 3 block gap right there. And do that all the way across. Or you can just cover the whole thing in glass, which is what I recommend because magmas. If you put the glass across the whole top, you will not get magma spawning, but you must leave this block in the middle above the turtle egg empty. So however you want to do it, if you just want to keep gas from spawning, do it this way, leaving a 3 block gap going all the way across. It lines up perfectly. Or just do the whole thing in glass. You're going to want to do that first, or else you're going to have guests or magmas bugging you the entire time you're building the rest of this farm. So, come down 1 layer, and again, everywhere where you see that calcite or whatever you used as your secondary block, that's where you're going to put another platform. So just go 2 blocks out on every side. Boom, boom. Knock out these temporary blocks right here. And then you're going to make the magma block circle. Then you'll knock out your temporary blocks. And you go ahead and you'll place your egg right there in the middle. And again, if you sit over here, let me get in there. Okay. And you crouch and you place your oak trapdoor. One, and then keep yourself crouched. Place it again. Point there. Place it again. Now open them all up. Perfect. By the end of this, you're going to have a big, long column of oak trapdoors and nothing in the center but the eggs. They kind of hover there. So we're going to close these doors. Close, 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 close. We're going to close that one. We're going to close that one. We're going to knock that block out. Close that one. And you know, all these blocks are going to get knocked out. So all you're going to have is this going all the way down to the bottom. Continue and repeat this all the way down, and I'll see you when you're finished. Alright guys, so I just got done putting in my last layer. Of course, now I just put in the platform with a command and knocked out the middle, but you know, hey, you do what you do. At the end, again, like I said before, you should have an empty tube filled with turtle eggs, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the center pillar because that is not needed. And now the last thing you need to do is go ahead and pillar on up to level 250 and make yourself an AFK platform of some sort. I didn't go all the way up to 256 and you know, hang out up there. You can if you want, but I wanted to make absolutely sure that that shulker loader and everything was absolutely loaded. And at level 250, you're only going to be loading the first couple layers. It's still really the roof of the nether. I got drops every hour or every 10 minutes was about a shulker box full of each. So I feel pretty confident that that's about as good as it's ever going to get. At least for this size farm. So guys, thank you for watching. Please do hit like and don't forget to subscribe. Only a small number of my viewers are actually subscribed. And it really does help a lot. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And we will see you next time.